there we go. Okay. I was going to say. Okay, cool. So let's introduce you guys to the world here. We're going to be streaming through a platform called Tell 'em Why You Matt Entertainment. It's a platform I host on. So we are here on Instagram, going through Facebook, okay? So I don't know who is who because you guys look just alike.
I'm Dr. Tanani. I'm Tanaki.
Okay, wait. Do it again. Raise your hand for me. Wait, which one's? Tanani.
Tanani.
Tanani. Okay. Tanaki. Okay, Tanaki. Okay, nice to meet you guys. I love the jewelry that you have. Like, that's so cool. I like that.
Thank you.
Okay. It's cute. Okay, so you wrote a book, Tanani, right? Tanani.
Tanani.
You wrote a book, and the reason I brought you on here is because you wrote a book, and you're an author, and there's people out there who wants to be a writer, right? But maybe they're 16, maybe they're 20, and they don't know how to start. What age would you say you started to realize, like, hey, I want to become a writer?
Well, to be honest with you, I've never said that I wanted to be a writer, ever. However, I used to write poetry all the time, and I've always won first place in creative writing and poetry contests in school. Okay. And so I would say that I did start poetry and creative writing maybe around second grade. However, yes.
Great.
So I like to just share a little something really fast. So I caught chicken pox before my twin, and we normally follow suit on things. So I wanted her to go to school and swap, act like me, so that she can win my creative writing award and trophy and certificate, and she did.
She did it.
So the next day, quite naturally, she caught chicken pox the next day.
When you had to go switch and be her, were you nervous?
Not at all.
Not at all. You just had the confidence.
I did.
You did. And honestly, like, confidence really goes a long way, because when you have confidence, and this is what I tell my kids, my first job was at an urgent care, and the good thing about it is when you have kids, accidents happen. So I felt prepared, and when you feel confident, like, you're prepared for anything. So that's cool to have that feeling, because if you were nervous, you could have messed up. So cool. And
my apologies.
It's okay. It's okay. Is it we didn't see any freezing or anything, just to let you know. You look like the signal looks fine.
Okay.
To us. Is it messing up on you?
No, I had a telephone call.
Oh, okay. True. Okay. So so you were a child, you started doing the things in class, the school awards and things like that. Do you feel like that was what helped you evolve your skills?
I would say what helped me evolve is just creative writing and poetry, just knowing that when we were younger, people would always ask us, are we going to write a book? And tell us we can write a book. And when are we going to write a book? And we've never said that we've always said that we had a story to tell. However, we've never said that we were going to become authors and write a book until I met God in the elevator and I was instructed to do so. So I was obedient and I did. And so I birthed into the world my debut memoir, Illusion, What Do You See When You See Me? Sequel 1, about my identical twin sister in my life. And then my biblical book, that's the very first one that I wrote. Do you remember The Daily Bread?
Yes.
Well, our grandmother, she would sit us down and she would read a verse every single day, give us scrumptious food, a verse every single day. And so my daily affirmations from the Lord's Prayer, meditational devotional prayer book, 365 days. Every single day you're getting a verse, and that book is in honor and memory of our grandmother.
That's beautiful. I love that,
Thank you.
actually. Okay. Wow, it's really nice. And okay, so it's like a 365-day book of things to kind of like do for the Lord.
Affirmations, positive, powerful affirmations, and also you're learning the Lord's Prayer, very powerful prayer for those that does not know the Lord's Prayer.
So did you both write this book together?
No.
Oh, okay. So, okay, true that. Okay. I love that. Where can people find the book if they wanted to buy it?
Both books are to be found on my website, www.tenenimason.com. My name is spelled TENENIMASON.com, and on all platforms of Apple Book and Barnes and Noble and Amazon and a lot of other platforms.
Wow. Okay. Wow, you even have it in Barnes and Noble. That's amazing.
I do.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Okay. So you guys make sure you go follow her because it's easier to follow her because her link is in her bio. So it's easier just to click it and check it out. Okay, so when you were younger, you weren't, it wasn't some, you by my understanding, you didn't say, hey, I want to become a writer. It kind of like came to you. But what books encourage you? What books do you read to give you encouragement and things like that? Maybe somebody should look up a certain book that you loved that as a younger person reading a book, or maybe today. What is the best book you encourage someone to read?
I would encourage all people to read the Bible first and foremost.
True.
And secondly, I love poetry. So as far as book reading, I'm more into writing. I'm more into writing. However, I do love to read, but momentarily, right about now, I can't even remember.
True.
I cannot even remember. However, right off the top of my head, I will most certainly, definitely tell you, read the Bible. And for me to love poetry, I love Maya Angelou, and I really can answer that question at a later date. Well,
true.
Part two.
Definitely. So how long does it take for you to write a book?
Well, both of my books, it took me less than a year. However, the publishing company that I hired, see, when you purchase my book, you would think that I am an independent publisher. I did hire a publishing company. However, they did not put their company name. They put me as an independent publisher.
Okay.
I'm saying that to say it was the most difficult, challenging time for me ever. However, I did it.
Okay. So, because I want to try to, someone might be wanting to be an author, right? Let's say, what would be the difference between going through the trouble to create what you did to create basically to say I am the publisher of it, compared to going to like Amazon and using the publishing through them? What would be like the difference?
Well, the difference is that through Amazon, it's free of charge. I would really love for anyone that are listening to the sound of my voice, Ingram Spark. I will say it again, Ingram Spark. That is the place to go and inquire and research. You can research first. It's so much. They're going to place your book on Amazon and Barnes and Noble and Kobo and Apple Books and so much more. They offer so much more than Amazon does.
True that. True that. That's cool. Okay. How did you? Okay, so when you at some point whenever you started, like what, like how did you find this information out? Like who taught you?
I taught myself actually, and I researched.
Okay.
I researched, and we get that from our Father.
True.
Research,
Yeah.
research. Yes.
No, I agree. I think researching is really important, and I always say too, like, okay, even though someone tells you something, you should take that information and still research it, because you want to see it with your eyes, you want to see it with your brain, you want to do it with your fingers, just because it makes you smarter, and you have more of a confidence of saying, like, I know what I'm talking about when I talk it.
Yes. Above and beyond average.
Exactly. Okay, so how do you find the time to write in your busy life?
Wow. Whew. I don't have time. I make time. I really do not have time. When I was instructed by God to write, I just like to share with anyone that's listening to the sound of my voice, that it was 7 years later that I began writing, because it was not time at that time that He instructed me. And so, may I just share my testimony?
Oh, yes.
Well, I went to my doctor's appointment, and in all my years of going to my doctor's office, the receptionist, she's never from behind the desk. She's always behind the desk. She's just always behind the desk. This one particular day, I hear someone calling, trying to pronounce my name, calling me, and so I turned around, and it was her, and she was running towards me. She caught up with me, and she goes, "I've been waiting for you." I said, "Who, me?" She said, "Yes, you." And so I like to share that our doctor's office is always super crowded, and you always have to wait your turn for the elevator because it's always crowded. This particular day, her and we entered the elevator, we went up, we went down, we went up, we went down. We had church in the elevator with not one interruption. And she said, "God told me to tell you, write your book. You have a story to tell." Mind you, I told you, my twin and I lives, our entire life, we've always said we had a story to tell. Never saying we are going to become an author and write a book. And so, how we were raised to never ever question God. So I knew I could not say, "What? Well, God, when am I supposed to be writing this book?" So what I did was I asked God, would He tell me when to write my book, this book? And it was 7 years later that he told me when. And guess what? I was right here in Florida. My twin sister, we're originally from Detroit, Michigan. However, she relocated here in Kissimmee. However, her and her husband, they still have their home on Rosedale Island in Michigan. So I'm here. I was here visiting, and that's when God instructed me to start writing, and I started writing immediately. And I keep
Right.
Immediately. Things are not in our timing. Things are in God's timing.
Definitely, I agree. I meant, like, for instance, out there, like today, someone might be watching this, tomorrow they're going to be watching this, who knows when, but this is for inspiration. Me and her have tried planning this a couple of times, and
Yes.
Today it just magically happens. And for me, I don't know, like, it's been a week of being very connected to the Lord, and I've had crazy things happen to me. I had somebody the other day come into my life, and they were going like this, blah 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 blah, blah blah blah. I was like, what in the world's going on? And I was like, I'm just gonna watch, because I just want to see what happens. I don't know. I'm curious.
We're speaking in tongue.
don't know what they were talking, but I know this. In between all of that, I understood what he was saying, and I was like, wow, this guy's talking about me. And then all of a sudden he started praying. He said that he was going to take my name off the death list and put it back on the life list, and things are going to start changing. And then look what happened. This is happening. And so while you're speaking this, I'm like, oh my God. Oh, yep. I know.
You were
Like,
speaking in
I feel
tongue
it.
too.
I feel it, like I know it's happening. I hear it. So, God does speak, and God does connect you to the right people. And, people who are out there who are inspiring, trying to really change the world, we're going to be connected to each other somehow.
Yes, absolutely.
So, this is that moment. God is sharing this, like, go buy her book, go check her out, because, like, you know what, she's on her way to go help people get clothing and things like that. You want to talk to them about the organization that you guys have?
Sure. And I also like to say really fast that I am an anthology specialist. So what I do is I help and encourage people tell their God-given empowering stories to the world and become co-authors and make lots of money. And in my anthology series, and for people that are not interested in becoming a co-author in my anthology series, I have a podcast for them if they would love to tell their God-given empowering stories vocally. My twin and I, our organization, the name of our organization is Graham's Blessing Hands, Graham's Rainbows Blessing Hands, and we feed, clothe, and provide hygiene products for the homeless and less fortunate all over the world.
That's all over the world. That's amazing.
Yes, absolutely.
That really truly is amazing. If someone wanted to help donate, how do they do something like that?
They can go to the Graham's Rainbows Blessing Hands page on Facebook.
Okay, on Facebook.
Graham's Rainbows Blessing Hands. It's on Facebook.
On the link on your profile here on Instagram, where these people should go and follow you at, do you have a link there?
No.
Big Easy? No? Okay.
On Facebook?
Yeah, you do.
I do.
Yeah.
On Facebook, there's a tree.
Like a link tree.
Oh, I do. My apologies. I do. I have a 10K card as well as Linktree.
Okay.
I do.
Okay, yeah. So do you want to tell them about the 10K card? Because I've heard about it before, and I know you can get a referral for it. And you want to explain to people about it, while you're at it?
Well, I can't tell much. All I did was paid the money. I'm going to be very honest with you. I sent the links and paid the money. Okay. I know it's a digital business card. Everything is right there. Okay. One touch. Everything is right there for Linktree as well.
Oh, okay. So she basically has it on her profile, so go check it out. And if you want to get your own 10K card or whatever that's called, what it's called, you can check it out, get a referral, and be involved in some type of like virtual mall thing. So the organization is called RAM, so everybody go check it out. If you can donate, like clothes.
Graham's Rainbows Blessing Hands.
So what if people have physical clothes to donate? Where do they take that?
No, we're not taking physical clothes to donate at the time. No, not right now. No.
Okay, so that's good.
It's a storage. Okay,
true. Okay, well, good to know. Good to know, because we need to know all the information we can get. Okay.
Yes.
So, if you can describe how important it is to reading in our society to inspire people, like why it's important to keep reading. Yes, we can get on the computer and it can read to us. But why do you think and why do you feel it's important for our society to keep reading actual books?
Yes, it's more than crucial. It's more than vital. It's more than important to, first of all, learn how to read, to be able to read. And then the of importance is what you are reading. And you really, to be honest with you, do you have my answer before you?
I do, yes.
Would you read it, please?
Well,
would you read my answer?
I would have to open it up, and I can't right now.
Oh, no worries.
Yeah. But that helps.
They're my
That
words.
helps me. That helps me get to know you a little bit
Yes,
extra.
they're
Like,
my words. However,
yeah.
for the world to have heard my words, all of my answers are very powerful, and I took my time and answered your
Can
questions.
I upload it to the
Absolutely.
okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I always like to ask things before I do stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's important to respect other people, and I think it's really important to ask, like, little things like that you should ask, because sometimes things are private, you know?
Yes.
So,
I would love for the world to read. Yes, all of mine.
so I'll
Your
make sure I'll
questions and
tag
mine.
you so that way I'll tag it, and then I'll put it up there so people can know, like, who wrote it, and that way they can follow you.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem, no problem. That's, you know, that's what this purpose is. The purpose of it is, you know, to connect. Everybody connect. Like, the world needs to connect to
Yes.
one another. Who you are,
Love
what
and
you
love.
believe in, you
Yes.
know, because
Network.
yeah, we have each other. You know, you're out there helping the community. You're doing something like really
The
amazing.
world.
I want to make sure people know that this is amazing. Like, this is really, if it wasn't for you, like, a lot of people out there wouldn't be able to get these items. Like, you're God's angel, both of you, you know, doing this. So I think that, you know, I'm trying to make sure people realize that this is important right here. If you can donate, go donate. You know, if you got it, go do it, because this is something that's going to help other people,
Definitely.
you know. So thank you for that, really.
You're very welcome.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so question would be, I know you have the book online where people can buy it, go to the store. When do you think your next book would be available?
Well, that's sequel one for Illusion. What do you see when you see me? Because I'm just beginning. I still have a story to tell. So I'm not telling when sequel two. However, I will say soon.
True. So if you guys want inspiration, you gotta follow, because you never know when it's gonna come
That's
out.
right.
Okay.
Right.
That's
And
right.
my children's comic books, activity books are coming very
Oh,
soon, as
nice.
well as my anthologies. Yes.
Oh, that's
Yes.
cool. Cool. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's amazing. Okay, so everybody has a different creative process. Mine looks crazy probably to somebody else, but what does yours look like when you are there creating? Like, what kind of things do you have? Is it a candle? Is it music? What do you use to, like, help that process?
Are you able to hear my jazz in the background?
I mean, if I be quiet, maybe. Hold on. I do. It's very, very low.
It's just for me. It's just for us, rather.
True. That's cool.
Yes, our jazz and our candles. I mean, fragrances is just, oh my, what fragrances can do, what music can do, you know, and just to be just, and I believe that God, 7 years later, I really believe that He told me at that time to start, because I believe He wanted me to be mentally, physically, psychologically ready and in a tranquil, serene dwelling. And I relocated to Scottsdale, Arizona. So that's very tranquil and serene. And like I say, things doesn't happen in our timing. Things happen in God's timing.
Definitely. Definitely. I definitely believe that. I love Arizona. I went there once, and I know everybody complains about the heat, but I actually like it. It makes your skin feel like really tight, and it makes it feel like you're doing like a natural, like, face thing. That's to me, because, like,
It's good for us old folk, our bones and all.
true,
And
true.
organs.
So I have a
Yes.
question. Okay, so you said, like, okay, so you like the jazz and stuff. Like, do you guys find that you guys like the same things?
Yes.
True.
Yes.
That's cool. That's cool. It's cool to be a twin. You know, you guys are like best friends for life. And you guys look alike. Like, you guys look identically alike. Like, I cannot figure out, like, what might be the difference? You know, like if I had you as a kid, like my baby, and I had the two of you, like I'll probably be mixing your names up. You know, how many times did your mom do that?
I'm a surprise baby that my parents didn't know they were having twins.
For real?
In the 70s, they didn't have the technology they have today to see two babies. They just heard the one heartbeat because I lied on top of her mother.
Oh,
Entire
wow.
pregnancy, I laid on top of my twin.
Oh, wow.
3 minutes later, I arrived into the
Oh,
world.
snap. Wow. That's, oh my God. That's, okay. So your mom had not prepared for you. She only had prepared for one kid.
Our parents, yes.
Oh my God. That's cool. That's a cool surprise though. Okay. What do you do for work right now to pay your bills? Like, can you inspire somebody, on like career while you're doing a career? No matter what job you have, you're also living your passion. You're creating your vision, and not only that, you're actually doing it. You know what I'm saying? But in this process, so everybody can understand, like, how are you making money? How do you be able, you know, to survive and complete your dreams?
Well, the jobs that I am working, I'm working private duty home health care. I know your next question, so I won't say this part. However, our calling is to take care of people. And our very first job, we were nine. And we worked at a senior citizen building, taking care of the elderly. Yes, and
9 years old. Okay.
right now today, being 52 years old, that's not only our calling, it's our profession as well as our calling. And my twin, she has her 24-hour, 365-day enhancement center, her daycare center, as well as her Dairy Queen, it's her Smurf Queen, and many, many, many other businesses between her and her husband.
Do you think that starting at age 9 years old and being involved in the working field has helped you develop this capability of owning so many different opportunities that you have?
Yes, really, 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 to be honest with the world, when you read my memoir, you will see that my twin and I, we started being independent at 6 years old because we have a younger sibling, baby sister, and we had to take care of her. And becoming independent to take care of another whole human being at 6 years old, and to even as much as catch public transportation. Our mother, if we ever missed the school bus, our mother would write a note and always tell us to hold hands and give the note to the bus driver. Imagine that, public transportation.
Scary.
But today, no, we wouldn't have it. So we
No wonder
were
why
in
you
the,
had confidence and acting like your sister.
pardon me?
No wonder why she had the confidence when she had to act like you, because at 6 years old, look what you were doing. Yes. Okay. I see. Okay.
She got me back. She got me back in college. She did. She got me back. She told me that she got me back. She made me go to her college. She could not be at two colleges at one time. And she had an exam at one college and a presentation at the other. So I chose the presentation. So I took one of the children's little toys and did the presentation and everything. And they never knew.
Funny.
But this friend of hers, she got on my nerves, world. Yeah, she did. She got on my nerves, and she did not know.
I mean, like that, I always wish I had a twin, because I would have definitely done stuff like that too. I watched TV shows that did that, and I have had experience where I was like, man, I wish I had a twin right now. I would make her come here. True. That's cool, man. That's cool.
I got her an A+.
True. And
I got you a certificate.
Yeah.
True.
She got me a certificate, a ribbon, an award, and a trophy.
Wow. I mean, that's cool. I mean, like, I know a lot of people are out there who wish we had opportunities like that.
So
Because
we're on our way to Tanzania, East Africa. We are ambassadors of East Africa, Tanzania, for the Sharon Ringo Foundation. We are going to help plant 1,000,000 trees.
wow, wow.
Our organization, GW3, Global Women Wealth Warriors. Yes.
So when you go to Africa now, like how many days do you take to go there? Is it like 3 days? Is it like a whole week? Like how's
To
that?
take it,
Yeah.
it takes a day
So you go no 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 no
to
no no,
fly.
not the flight, not
No,
the
we're gonna
flight.
stay a week.
Like to
We're
go to do the planting and all of that. How many days are you staying out there to do that?
we'll be there a week, a whole week. Yes, 7 days.
Wow.
And guess what, girl?
Wow.
We are going to shake the president's hand. Yes, of Tanzania.
That's exciting. That really is exciting. Are you nervous?
No,
Hey.
were we supposed to be?
That's amazing. Okay.
Why would
Well,
we be nervous? We're excited. Nervous?
Okay.
No, that's the devil. You rebuke him and put him under your feet. Tell him to flee. He wants you to be. He wants you to be nervous. He wants to prey on the weak. Like, no, we know what to do if ever we start feeling nervous.
I like that. I like that. I love that. So okay, so you're gonna meet you're gonna meet the president. You're gonna go out there and do and put some plants out there. And
Trees.
the trees. And what kind of trees are you planting? Do you know?
No, that I think that's going to be a surprise. We don't know. However, we know all trees are oxygen now, and we're also going to have trees in our name, honored in our name. All GW3 warriors, all of our sisters.
Oh my
And
God!
we can watch our trees grow, as well as our legacy, our families can watch our trees grow.
That is so amazing. So I know this is not in the question, but it's freestyle sometimes. How does your family feel? Like when you told them this, like what was their what was your family reaction? Amazing.
My grandchildren, well, they're excited.
Yeah.
They're excited.
We don't.
I bet you're
They're
We're
excited.
excited.
I bet
Yes,
you're
we're excited.
inspiring the little ones though, like like the opportunities of the world that you can actually have.
Yes, the motherland. And then the young lady, her name is Sharon Ringo. Our mother name is Sharon.
Your mom's name.
Sharon Ringo Foundation. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Tanzania.
That's amazing. That's so amazing, you guys. You guys need to go follow does she have an Instagram too?
I don't really use it. I don't even know it. I don't really use it. I'm on Facebook though.
You're more
The
than-
name is Cenovia, CENOB, like victory, IA, Ivory, IVORY.
Okay.
But
So I'll make
the Instagram, I really don't use the Instagram.
Okay, I'll follow it, and then when I share my stuff, is it okay if I tag you?
Yes, that's
So
fine.
okay.
And then the Grams Rainbow's Blessing Hands is on there too.
Okay. All right. I'll make sure to find it, and then I'll make sure to tag it and make sure when I post it. That way, people can always follow if they want to. Okay. So when you went to school for college, you said, and you won awards. What classes did you specifically take to be able to have the education you have, to be able to run your businesses and things like that? What classes did you actually take so that
No, that was for me. The college was for me, for early childhood education and child development. That wasn't for 1080 for writing.
No, not for writing. However, I went to college for a short period of time. Not for writing.
Oh wow, that's amazing.
Right. Yeah, I'm sorry.
I mean, that's amazing. You wrote a book and everything, and you figured how to do it all on your own. Basically, is what I'm hearing.
I did research. I researched. I did.
It's even
And
smart.
I prayed. I stayed prayed up.
Yeah,
I did.
Wow, that's amazing. You guys are two amazing people. Like, oh my gosh.
Thank you.
I'm really
Yes.
happy to meet you, and like
Likewise.
to get to know you more than what I did a couple weeks ago. You know, like now more
Right.
of an honor. You know. So,
Thank you. Likewise. You and I, we met. It's been like a year and a half now.
I know.
Almost
Yeah.
2 years.
Yeah. But today's is more like is more in deep. Like I get to. I don't know. Like it's more. I get to see more of you right now and these questions, and I find it like you guys are both amazing people. Like wow. And I
Thank
didn't even know
you.
you had a twin till like the other day. So like wow, okay. Like it's just amazing. You guys, you need to go follow them.
And I'm a
Uh,
three-time best-selling author. God said, so her last words to me when we exit, well, before, when she exit the elevator, she turned to me and her last words were, and God said, you're going to be a bestseller. And I am. I'm a let's show them the shirt. Three-time best-selling.
I don't know if you can see
Can
it.
you see? 3 times
I
best-selling
did.
author.
So in the stream, I hear in Instagram, we can't see it, but in the stream and the picture right here, you guys, The Illusion. This is the book that she's speaking of, and it's on her shirt as well. That's what she's showing
I'm
you
gonna show
guys.
you the book.
So like on Tell 'em Why You Mad, I have it where the screen they're able to see it. Like if we're pretending, like it's right here for them, so they're able to see it.
Oh, they can see it. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, this is illusion.
Okay. And when you went to design this, how did you come up with this pretty picture?
I didn't even as much as come up with the name. God gave it to me.
True.
God said. God said. So on the book cover, behind the mask is actually me. It's actually me behind the mask on my book cover.
Oh wow.
Yes, and so
Guessed.
God said, illusion. I say, honey, I know the name of my novel. At that time, I thought it was novel until I had to do my research between novel and memoir and whatever the others are. I have a brain fog right now. However, the others I had to educate myself and research, and found in my research and educating myself, it was never a novel, it was a memoir. And a memoir is actual events, no, based on actual events and memories. Okay, so
it's not a novel.
and so illusion, so it was illusion.
True.
And then I say, honey, the name of my book, no, I say name of my novel is Illusion. And then 3 days later, God said, what do you see when you see me? So I was to put it together. Illusion, what do you see when you see me?
Doesn't make
So that's how I got the name.
Interesting. Okay. The next question I have here, right? I kind of go out of order sometimes. Is your biggest fear? But from my understanding, I feel like you guys don't have any fear. Like I think you're very strong woman. Like that's what I'm feeling from you. I'm seeing, I'm hearing, and like that's what I feel. Am I correct?
Yes.
I feel it, I see it, and like I'm being very inspired by you. So that's amazing.
So I would really say that what we fear the most are other souls, people's souls, really, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And people have to really do right by God, because they just do.
True.
We won't turn this into anything other than what it is.
If someone wants to buy the book and the shirt, let's say, where do they buy the shirt?
Oh, well, on my website. However, they're not there yet. I'm still developing my e-commerce store as well as my African culture museum that I'm developing. And then my twin and I, we have a very huge project that we're working on together.
True. Sure, I love that, and that's cool because you got each other. You know, like you're not just doing it on your own. You have your sister, and you know that your sister's going to do right. You know, like you guys are, you don't have that problem where like it's not going to go wrong because no one's going to do wrong. You guys are in it for the passion. You're in it as best friends. I see that. So that's good.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Okay, so if you can pass motivation to somebody out there who is watching, and maybe if you can kind of like give me each of your point of views, because everybody in life has a different motivation. Maybe somebody came up to you one day and inspired you in some way and it stuck to your head, and she found somebody else that gave inspiration to her. So, you know, you guys might have two different ways of inspiring people out here. What could you say to somebody that needs some inspiration to to continue on the dreams, the passion that they have? What can you inspire them to continue to go, to do it?
Sorry about that. Someone is making noise. So as far as the inspiration, me personally, I would say whatever you put your mind to, go for it. True. You know, starting at a very young age, go for it. Whatever you set your mind to,
you can do it.
Yes.
This is my inspiration right here, though.
Sure.
Oh, really? Oh, thank you.
Really?
Okay, she knows that.
Okay.
I always tease with her and tell her, I always wonder what it'd be like to have a big sister who says the same thing. And she'll say, you do.
I'm the big sister.
You do have a big sister. We couldn't come out at the same time.
Yeah,
only 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
In the beginning, you said she came out first, right?
Right, I came out first, yes.
So that's
that's
amazing.
The big sister.
Yeah, technically, yeah.
No.
You said no.
Yes.
I respect my elders.
So you guys, so as twins, now at 52, you said, do you make fun of her because her birthday's couple seconds really before you? Do you be like, you're older than me?
All the time.
Like on 12 o'clock?
I say that all the time. I'm the oldest little girl.
And I respect my elders, old lady, old gal.
True. Okay.
But
well, it was really.
They have to, whatever they set their mind to, you can do it, you know.
We're living examples. My twin and I, when you read my book, if you like for me to read the back of it, I really could do that. Yeah. And we are living examples of it can be done.
Yeah. Read the back of it, because the back is the interest and the, like, once you hear it, you have an understanding a little bit, and then people can go run and go buy that book.
Well, I just like for anyone that's listening to the sound of my voice after 40, they say you need glasses, and that is the truth.
So about glasses, I'm supposed to wear glasses, and as a kid, I did not want to wear these glasses, so I really put in my brain that I think that the glasses don't even make your eyes better.
Oh, well, they are helping me.
They help me.
So, here we are, world. So, Illusion, what do you see when you see me? Sequel 1. God instructed me to share my story with the world, and I was obedient. Illusion, what do you see when you see me? Is the memoir that I birthed into the world, chronicling my life from the moment I met God in the elevator to the present day. In this book, I delved into my memories of actual events that have shaped my life and that of my identical twin. Mother was caught up in drug abuse while my identical twin sister and I were still in her womb, subjecting us to a life of abuse from the very beginning. But despite the challenges we faced, we persevered. World, I know that you'll probably tell me not to be apologetic right now. I'm asking you to, I'm getting a bit emotional. Please forgive me.
Just take your time.
Our daddy, whom our friends fondly called Mr. Mom, did everything in his power to care for us. We have a baby sister whom mother never laid a hand on, but the same couldn't be said for us. While you're reading this book, you will laugh, you will cry, and go through a lot of emotions. As a high school senior mom, I had my baby girl on my left hip and my pen in my right hand, and graduated on time.
Huh.
To think that we ran away from home turning 16 to achieve all of this is a testimony that it can be done. My husband and I even started a construction and roofing company as well as a moving company. Illusion, what do you see when you see me is a testament to the fact that it can be done. So, what do you see when you see me? Prepare to go on a roller coaster ride of emotions as you join me on my journey from where I started to where I am today. As an author and a successful business owner, I am proud. I am proof that anything is possible with God, hard work, and determination. That
I love.
is illusion. What do you see when you see me? Sequel one.
Wow. Very beautiful.
Thank you.
Very inspiring, and now the book is going to explain more of you guys and the greatness of what you're doing in this world. And if you didn't hear, you're just back on just now, like, she is going to go to Africa to meet the king, because God has chosen these two beautiful angels here, that they've, out of their heart and out of all the troubles I'm hearing from their past, like, everybody has a different path, and everybody has different obstacles, but a lot of us think like we can't get out of that situation, we can't change it, but they're here to show you, like, yes, you can. And that's the most inspiration that we can find here today to pass to you. So definitely get the book, get inspired, go through that roller coaster emotion, because it's important for us to feel, because if you don't feel, then that's how you turn into a monster. So definitely, I love that. Would you guys like to say anything to the viewers out there before we end the live?
Well, you can do it.
You can do it. Yes.
Whatever you set your mind to.
Definitely, you can do it. True that. Thank you for your time, and then we'll get back together again and continue doing something more. I feel like I see something happening where we are supposed to do more of this. Maybe when you're in Africa or something like that, I can get you on live, and we can do more of transferring this into different type of lives, because I have the capability, and I wanna help. So definitely more.
Thank you. We really appreciate you. We really feel honored. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. I hope we inspire someone, and I hope you guys have a great day, evening, morning.
You have a better one.
Your world, but have a great one. Bye.
You have a better one.